Why hello there everyone and welcome back. I'm your host today, Mr. Mobile, and today, as you're seeing by the title, I'm going to be showing you how to create a boss fight in Fortnite Creative. This tutorial should tell you the basics on how to create any type of boss fight that you wish. Now, before we get into the building, I'm going to go over the main things you want to think about before you start it. So first things first, you're obviously going to want to think of a theme for this boss. So let's say this room here, I've made it kind of an industrial feel, an abandoned industrial kind of place, because I kind of wanted to have like this old robot to be the boss. So I've made it this old kind of warehouse kind of thing. The next thing is, you're not going to want to show the boss fight straight away. So let's say this was an actual map, you would be wanting the player to run down here and enter through here. And then you'd want like a barrier or something to close this bit off with like rubble or something so they can't escape the player. The next thing you want to concern is how are the players going to defeat the boss. That can be done with devices, that can be done with mobs, triggers and scoring. And then you want to know what is the dialogue. Now the dialogue is basically like the storyline of the boss. Usually in video games you have the boss appearing and they have like a wee text they have to say. So maybe get some of those messenger HUD things, HUD messengers, so the boss actually says something before the fight starts. So the first things first, we got to actually build the boss. And I'm going to be using the rocket parts from the Dusty Depot and Diner Prop Gallery. Now most bosses in games are quite large in size. That's to make you feel kind of small so you feel more frightened of the boss. It makes him feel more powerful. And this also includes the room, the boss size room. Make it big as well so you have to be looking up at the boss or whatever. Like say this TV was its face and we had it there. You'd be wanting the player to look up at it to make the player know that it is a boss before the gameplay even starts. Now mostly this will be all for just kind of detail on the boss, because as you know you can't make animations or anything really in Fortnite Creative. Maybe with the next big old update we'll be able to, but at the minute we can't. So this is basically going to be like a statue. And then the dialogue, the texting, and the devices going off in the background is what actually makes it feel more animated, I suppose. Okay, so as you see, I have changed this little layout here. I've got a wee scanner here. And then I've got a second one a bit higher, and you'll see why later. And this room here is a wee bit smaller. You'll also see why later. But the robot looks then alive, and he's pulled this wee scanner out of the way because that has activated him. Now, I've got all my bits down here for this dialogue bit. We're going to have a teleporter, trigger, button, and a HUD message device. And if you want to have maybe some special effects going on, you might also want to have a bit of explosives in there. So first up, the teleporter, we're going to turn this to none and none. Seems all teleporter riffs no and no. Put that to no. Put that to no. Face player in teleporter direction. I think it's this one. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this literally right here where the player was, well, first left off. And we're going to go into here, teleport fuel and receiving from channel 1. And then we're going to go and grab ourselves the button. And we're going to go and bring the button in here. And when interact with transmit on channel 1. I'm going to put this maybe like 5 seconds. When we get to interact here, we can put scan ID. And then we're going to put interact when receiving from channel 2. You'll see why in a minute. Visible during games, no radius of the button. We'll put to 1 meter so it's nice and big so you can't miss it. And we'll put it right there. And then, once we've got that all done, we're going to go and come down here and we're going to copy the trigger and the HUD message device and bring them over here. Now this one here, we're going to show and receiving from channel 2, and we're going to make it a display time of maybe 5 seconds. Time from round start, we're putting this to 0 because that's a bit stupid. And then we're going to get this here guy, and we're going to put when trigger when receiving from channel 2 and trigger number 3. And then we're going to want to maybe have a delay. We do need a delay, so we'll mess it up. We'll put it to 2 seconds. And that's that done. So I'm just going to put these here just so I know what ones are connected. So in here we'll put something like rebooting system. And we'll have that maybe large text or bold text. Or extra large. And that's that bit done. Then we're going to copy it again and bring it across here. We're going to go in here, change this to 3, change that to 4. And change this to 3. Change this to reboot field. Put in here 4, 5. Change this to 4. Activating backup protocol. Okay, and then we're going to copy one more across, like so. Now this one we're going to change to 5, and then we're going to change this one to 1. Change this to backup activated. And change that to that one, I think. Yep. So then we're going to want to grab the explosives, and we're going to go ahead and put the explosives over here at this teleporter. You're going to go ahead and grab the health, put it to indestructible, to no, to none, or to 0.25, doesn't really matter. Player damage, we're going to want to put this to 0. Ignore team, structure damage, well, don't want structure damage on. Knockback, why not? Blast line of sight, no. Explode, no. No. Yes. Visible during game, put that to no. And put this to off. Collision with everything, I suppose. Show health bar, no. Play audio, yes. Explode then when receiving from channel 1. And it doesn't seem like there's a delay to this, unfortunately. So what I'm thinking is we change this here to channel 6. And what we're going to do is we're going to just put this here, and we're actually going to need to put the blast radius up a wee bit, so it creates a bit of a bigger explosion. We're actually going to have to put it maybe in front of the boss. That might make a bit more sense. We'll put it right there. And then we're going to go ahead and grab another trigger. Same one as before. Trigger receiving from channel 5. And activate channel 6. And then put a bit longer of a delay. Maybe just even 1 second will do. And then you're going to want to grab some rubble. You can find this in the hunted stuff right here. And we're going to grab the rubble. And we're going to enlarge it. And you can do the rubble whatever way you want. This is just the way that I'm going to do it. And then we'll do it on the other side. And then lastly we're going to grab ourselves a barrier block. And place it there. That's just so the player can't leave. Do creative devices and grab yourself the objective device gallery. We're going to grab that. We're going to go ahead and place it down right over here. Well, it'll be over there when we get there. Okay, I guess it won't be. So we're going to get rid of most of these. We'll keep the sphere. I don't think we need burgers. I don't know why the guy would have burgers. And these are the 3 we're going to use. So here's another good tip, guys, for a boss fight. Most bosses in games have more than 1 stage, and that's why I've added this big area down here. So what's going to happen is we're going to go and get behind this boss while he is shooting at us or whatever, and we're going to hack a panel at the back here. And then that is going to make this explode, and the floor is going to get destroyed, and we're going to fall down into the next stage. First things first, we're going to need this little guy here. And when we've got that, we can place it down and we'll straighten it out a wee bit and we'll get on into the machine. So health, we can put this to whatever. I'm going to put it to 200 just so it's nice and quick to destroy. But make sure you put it up quite high if you want the boss to be a bit more difficult. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this here to always hidden because that's just kind of annoying. Or else you can put it on so players know where they have to go. But I'm going to have it hidden as always. Display damage numbers, I quite like this on, so I'm going to turn it on. And visible during games, we're also going to have this on. And then we're going to do when destroyed, transmit on channel 7. Now you can enlarge this if you want to, or anything like that. But we're going to place it here. So we're going to have to break this here. We're going to have to break this here storage device at the back here, and when that activates channel 7 you're going to want to come down here and grab a device that I don't really use that often, and it is indeed the trick tile. So we're going to grab a few of these, or we can drop some as well. I'm going to put these here underneath the floor here. Go ahead and place these ones, and there we go. The whole floor is now covered in trick tiles. And then what you're going to want to do in here is you're going to want to change the trigger when receiving from channel 7. Okay, so I have indeed changed all of these to channel 7. Now, if you want it to look kind of cool, what I would do is I would first off go to the one that the thing is under. Now go into here, and I would change the activation and delay. Just do it to random ones, change them to 1 second, change them to whatever. What we're going to need is the sequencer, and grab a couple of these guys, because this is really one of the only ways they can fight. There's a couple of ways you can make them fight. The first one is sequencers. We'll go through all 3 ways in this tutorial, so remember to stay tuned. Now we're going to grab some floors here, and we're going to drag them out here round the sides like this. Just like so. And then we're going to grab our sequencers, place one there, place one there. Then we're going to go to the other side. We're going to place one there, and we're going to place one there. And what this does is it creates a loop in the system. This one will activate, it will go over and activate this one. I can do it actually right now because it hasn't changed. And as you see, it activated this one here. So this one doesn't have to really change. This one though does. So you can change the tempo to whatever you want. I'm going to make it a wee bit slower, and I'm going to change the length probably to about 8, wouldn't it? And wow, I actually got that right. That's pretty cool. And what you're going to want to do is then come into here, and we're going to change the width and the height possibly to 4, which isn't too big. And then we're going to go and do the same to this guy over here. We're going to change the length to 8, width to 4, and height to 4. And we're going to change this down to 83 or whatever. Then we're going to come down and do damage level. We'll do very low for now. That'll just make it so it like literally does damage. And then we're going to come over here and do the same and make it to do a damage. And what we're going to do is we're going to then get this guy here and make it so he activates or starts the sequence when receiving from, let's say, channel 6. So that'll be when the boss activates, and then that will start. Okay, so here we are. We have indeed went and built another version of him down here, and as you see, since we destroyed the weapon down here, it is now gone. And I've actually went up and changed these so they reset when receiving from channel 8, which is set to a trigger down here with a 10-second delay. Yep, and then it'll activate it. And then when that's activated, then the next stage activates, and that is going to be zombies or husks or whatever you want to call them. But that is indeed what we're going to do next. So let's grab some husks here, and another thing I'm going to do actually in this is grab the air vent gallery. And I'm going to add this because there's a piece I want to add. And what we're going to do is we're going to place the air vent about here so you can't see it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab this rock here that I actually got a long time ago in this tutorial. And we're going to shrink it down. Going to come in here and we're going to place it down roughly where the air vent is, like that, just so players know where the air vent thing is. And then we've got a satellite dish here. What we're going to do is we're going to put the health maybe to 300, and we're going to then turn this here to always, and when destroyed, transmit on channel 9. Okay, so that's that guy done. Then we're going to bring him over here, just so the satellite is there. Now it looks a wee bit different, but sure, whatever. You could probably place that one down and make it invincible. But anyway, we've got that done. Then we've got the little fiends over here. In here, we're going to enable when receiving from channel 8. We're going to do red fiend. It doesn't matter what the cube spawner is because we're going to make it invisible. Creatures, or number of creatures, we'll put 10, why not? Wave timer, we'll put that maybe to like 1 second, why not? Total spawn limit, infinite. An invincible spawner, we're going to put that to on. Spawner visibility off, damage spawn, no. Destroy structures, no. And spawn effects visible, no. Max spawn distance, we're going to put this to 1 tile. Spawn through walls will be off. Preferred spawn location at a max distance, we're going to put this to random. Enable a game start, and that will be disabled. So what we're going to do is we're going to shrink this a wee bit. We're not going to be able to see it anyway in the game. Oops. And then you see it reset. Oh boy, the zombies are there. Okay, we're going to have to fix that floor. That's the one annoying thing about that. Wow, that's a lot of zombies. And those are not red. But then we're going to come across here. We're going to do our parkour. Now let's see if I fall down here. You might want to use a real floor rather than building materials, because zombies seem to not like walking on fake ground, so use floors. That's my hint for today. Okay, so I've created the final boss room, and it's pretty big. Yeah, I didn't actually know it was this big when I was making it. But as you see, what he's got is he's got himself a shield bubble here. He's activated it, and he's not letting us pass to escape this cave. Once we escape, that'll be game over. Now, when we get into this cave here, we will be presented with a vending machine, and this vending machine will have some stuff in it. So what it's going to have is, first of all, we're going to go into here and just make it no cost and all of those. Yeah, thanks very much. And we're going to come into here and, you know, pop the ammo and pop the minigun in there, so we can grab that when we need to, and then we can maybe put a wee bit of rubble around it, making it like it's fell down into here from the cafeteria. Oh, the cafeteria is pretty scary, guys, just like the library. Now next we've got ourselves a barrier here, and this barrier is just so it doesn't, well, it doesn't light up, like you can shoot through it and all. But this here shield bubble has got 350 health, and when destroyed, transmit on channel 10, which will disable the barrier, as you see. Disable when receiving from channel 10, and block weapon fire is on no. And then, once we've got that done, we've got ourselves a sequencer. To make this look a wee bit scary here, we're going to place a sequencer way up. Actually, we don't even need to place it way up there. We can literally place it down here. And what we can do is we can make the tempo really, really slow, because that's what we're going to want to do here, make it a bit more intense. The width we're going to put there, we're going to put there. We'll put the height to there. And what we can do here is we can actually make the pulse direction go down. And what this will do is it will, well, it will literally make it go down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make it so it deals literally in elimination. Now, as you see, it wasn't that fast, but it is kind of like what you have to do is you have to grab the minigun ammo, then come over here and start shooting it. Just in case we do destroy it, we want to come into here and stop sequence from receiving from channel 10. And we're going to actually make the tempo a wee bit slower here. And we're going to make the length a wee bit longer too. Now I did say at the start we were going to figure out another way to make like weapons to attack you rather than the boss doing it. And the only way you could do that is with the sentries. You could set up sentries with weapons and stuff and they'll activate when you get in the room. And they will shoot at you. You could have parkour and stuff and you'd have to dodge these guys with rockets or whatever. But this is the way we're going to do this room for now. And that'll do us. And the mutator zone is going to be up here at this little bit. We're going to place that there. In this, we're going to make the height pretty high. We're going to make the width there as well. And on player entering zone, transmit on channel 11. And then once we've got that done, we can have ourselves a little room somewhere saying GG or whatever. So let's grab the teleportator. And we're going to place it here. Teleportation receiving from channel 11. And then we'll have ourselves a little room here. No, maybe just this here white block. That might do. We will go and grab a board. Now, if you're wondering how I got the emoji here, that is done with borders. If you put it to a certain setting, let me show you here. If you put it to Burbung, you can see emojis. So that's how I got the emoji on the thingamabobber. So once we get down here, we're going to go ahead and do a whap and a bop and something like GG sub now. There we go. Okay, so that's that really done. Now we can just come over here. We can grab ourselves a little custom messenger here. And we can type in no. And we'll put that to channel 10. Okay. So, this here boss fight should indeed work now. So we'll click start. We'll come down here. Ignore the red, that's just because of the trick tiles messing up the floors as usual. Rebooting system. Oh, and make it so the button can only like be scanned once as well, because you don't want to be activating the same thing twice, you know. Reboot failed. Activating backup protocol. Backup activated. Whoa, look at this giant dude. I'm gonna smash this here so you can't get my... Oh yeah. Whoa. Okay, it fell down here. Once that closes, zombies will spawn. This guy hit me. What was that there all about? Yeah, give me my health back. Then we'll jump on up here. Go on his arm. Jump across, jump across. We'll get up here. We will smash this guy. We broke it. Teleported into this room. Use the vending machine. Quickly grab the stuff. The thing should be coming down on us. I think. I didn't set that up. Oops. Change this to channel 9. Ugh. Okay, now we've changed it to channel 9. It should be fixed. Come on, give me that. Oh yeah, it's fixed alright. Boy, come here! I will destroy you. Oh, okay, that was easy. No, he says. And we can add an explosion or something to then destroy him. And then we will run on past the destroyed robot. And we will leave. Huzzah! Why? There we go. A bit of a delay there. I'm running out of Wi-Fi, it looks like. GG sub now. There we go, guys. It's telling you to subscribe, so you should subscribe. He's Big Angry Boy. And he's Big Angry Boy. But anyway, guys, that is how you make a boss. What were you doing there? This is Wi-Fi. Why'd the Wi-Fi drop? Now, guys, there's one more thing you would want to add in a boss fight that I'm not too well known for to do it. So you might want to search up another tutorial on how to do it. But it is custom music. Now you can use music that's already in the game, or you can make your own with the music blocks. So as I said, I'm going to go ahead now and show you the entire boss fight of my full-on finished one with music and everything, to show you what a real thought-out excellente boss can really look like. So yeah, enjoy. The bridge door is open, self-destruct in 60 seconds, so boy, we better get out of here then. By space station, I need to get in here so I stop taking damage. Oh boy. Oh, did I just hear someone teleport to the main bridge? I thought I was going to be stuck out here forever. Hey, well, why don't we invite them in? Hello? Hello there, I'm Cliff. I'm assuming you came from the mirror dimension, yes? Yes, well, I was the man leaving their notes inside. Sorry if I'm creeping you out with my computer face. I had to upload my mind into a machine. Why did I do this? Well, I just felt like there was no way of stopping me. And while you were running to the bridge teleporter, I grabbed the monster that was chasing you. I actually put its brain inside mine. I feel stronger already. But your brains aren't going to give me any scientific advancements, as you lot are way too young. So I guess me and this beast are going to have to work together and destroy you all. Alright guys, so let's see, we've got music playing here. There is supposed to be another player inside the brain. As you see, there's buttons there, and then there'll be like walls and stuff falling down and all that. What we're going to do first of all is hack this. As you see, I've got a beat going on in the background. As you see, I've just hurt him there. He's got a face. We'll come on down here. Hack the other panel and wait and listen to the music here. Oh, that's it. I'm sending in some bugs. Oh boy. Woohoo! As you hear, they've got an extra wee beat there in the thing. I see I've gotten one of those destroyed now. Haha. Go out, go out. Yes, it freezes them. That's pretty cool. Hey fellas, how's it going? Oh, he spawned right there. Oh man, this is kind of close. Let's break with our hands. Or not. Okay, we destroyed that. Impossible activating virus floors. Woo! Let's see, we've got then another beat now in the thing. Oh boy! 50%? Are you kidding me? Oh, it's catching up, bro. It's catching up. Oh, it's on fire. Yes. 10%. Come on. You destroyed it. Yes, I did destroy it. Oh well. It finished sending the data anyways. Wait, what data? You will never stop me, them, us. And ignore that. That's something. But anyway, guys, that's what a boss fight finished one will look like. Tell me what you think of this tutorial, and tell me what other tutorials you'd like to see me do in the comments. Anyway, I'll see you later, and goodbye. Man, that guy was weird.